I only played it for a little bit, it's okay I guess. 24,000 hours on record, recommended. This game protects my life virginity. 8,500 hours on record, recommended. This game ruined my life. 6,000 hours on record, recommended. This game is the best dress-up game since Hello Kitty Online Adventure. 7,000 hours on record, recommended. Cancer can be cured, Dota players and community cannot. 2,000 hours on record, not recommended. Hey everyone, Mika is here. In this episode I will talk about another game that I have more than 100 hours on. This game is Dota 2. To start with, I honestly hate this game. It takes even more time to be good at it than CSGO and requires to be focused for the whole time. Despite this, I spend too many hours in it. Currently I have 380 hours in this game and still not good at it. The only reason why I still play is because of my friend who is a fan of it. He also has a Mac and it seems that he thinks that Dota is the only decent game for him. Sad thing is that people sometimes have even more than 800 hours in this game and even worse than me. One problem causing this is toxic community, probably the most toxic among communities in Steam. People don't respect each other, insult each other, and it puts the idea into players' head that they play okay, but other people suck just because they insulted them or had worse KD. When this player comes into the game, he starts to spread this idea to other players as well. And basically the disease of hate to other people is spreading rapidly and already all over this game. You can just play the game, lose it, and not see someone texting in the chat that his team is shit or opponent is retarded. I live in Europe, so most of the time in mine or other team there are Russians that are too fucking proud of their country that speak only Russian and think that others should speak Russian as well. There are some Russians who try to speak English, but their language skills are on the level of crazy Russian hacker.
What's up everybody, welcome back to my laboratory where safety is number one priority. And today what I'm gonna show you is 5 Pringles tricks.
This will not be a problem if the game wouldn't be highly dependent on teamwork. It's insanely hard to play the game when you have 1 or 2 people who don't know how to play the character. In this situation it becomes 3 versus 5, which is almost impossible to win. You can see it not only in normal match, but in competitive as well. This is because the minimal level of understanding to kind of feel the game should be very high comparing to other games. Next thing that I want to cover is the amount of things in the game that you need to know that makes Dota too complicated for me. There are 113 heroes. Getting to know their abilities will take 565 minutes or around 9 hours if you spend 5 minutes on each without stopping. Keep in mind that this is just reading abilities, not learning how to use them or how to counter them. It took me several hours to play on one hero that is very easy to use. You need to find a build of items that you need to use to not suck in the match. You need to know in which situation this hero is useful and in which not. You need to learn which hero should avoid and which attack with preference. You need to learn how to play good after all, because you can just get good on the hero in 3 or 4 games. I won't say anything about balance in this game since I don't know how balance in games work or how Dota balanced at all. What I can say is that after update 7.0 it became more like League of Legends style in terms of killing enemies and rewarding for it. Before update I can clearly remember the situation when the team that makes first blood is more likely to win the game. Now it's not like this and I really enjoy it, but the game itself is just not my type. What I got from this game? After all of my hours in Dota 2, I can see when enemy is going to attack me. I look at the map more often, but I didn't get any general skills from this game that I can use elsewhere. Looking at CSGO, I got strategic and analytic skills there. But looking at Dota, I just got a big buckets of salt. Dota 2 is so uncertain that to come up with some logical conclusion how people behave or what to do in certain situation takes few games. At least it's like that for me. Amount of this special situation can be very big, which is frustrating and sometimes forces to quit the game for a while. That's all I wanted to say about Dota 2. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video or dislike if you didn't, subscribe for more, and see you in the next video.